After snapping a 12-game losing streak to the Astros, the Reds look to make it 2 in a row. Ken Griffey Jr. wearing experimental contact lenses didn't help. He was 0 for 3 with a walk. Bottom four, 3-2 Astros. Willie Mo Pena all over this pitch like a fat kid on a Twinkie. It goes 498 feet. Absolutely unloads. 3 homers and 23 at-bats for Willie Mo. And Javier Valentin says it went, no, not there, over there. Then bottom 8, we're tied at 5. It's Willie Mo again. Rips it off the wall, and right the Joker, Joe Randa, on his horse, comes chugging around. Go, 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 go. Randa slides in safely. The Reds up 6-5. 4 RBI for Willie Mo Pena. Houston goes 1-5 on their road trip.
Tony La Russa logging his 800th victory as a Card skipper. Gave the ball to Jason Marquis, who likes to see this behind him. Bottom of the third against the Brewers. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. Lyle Overbay is flat out robbed in center field by Jim Edmonds. You know, he has about 10 of these a year, minimum. Terrific catch. Now to the top of the 8th. It's a 2-2 ball game. Larry Walker at the plate. Deep shot to right field, but Chris Magruder ranges to the wall and makes the catch. Magruder came in for Jeff Jenkins, who was not feeling well, and pays off. Top of the 9th, 2-2. Scott Rowland.
No one's getting that one.
Gone. Way gone. Off Mike Adams. 3-2. Cards win on Rowland's second home run of the year. Once again, that's 800 Cardinal wins for Tony La Russa.
They've won the first 5 of a 6-game homestand, but Tom Glavine is 0-5 his last 6 starts against the Marlins. Trouble early on, a sacks drunk full of fish, and Miguel Cabrera with one of the Marlins' 8 singles in this ballgame. Juan Pierre Luis Castillo come in to score 2-love Marlins. Top second, full count. Paul Aduca turns on this one, and it is gone. But hold on just one moment. The men in blue gather and talk about it. And as you can see, there's the ball. Kind of like a clay court in tennis or something. You can clearly see the ball. And what you see here, that's Antonio Alfonseca. He comes out of the bullpen to try to help out. He's quickly given the gate. We'll handle this. You can go away. Bottom 9, 5-2 Marlins. A.J. Burnett in complete control. Gets Carlos Beltran to ground out harmlessly enough. His second complete game in a row. The Marlins staff has 5, and they win 5.
Mascot. He's an Eagle. Bottom of the 7th. Nationals trailing 3-1 for Nick Johnson. Johnson, the Mike Coppola pitch to center field. Runner on second. Jose Guillen not sure if the center fielder Quentin McCracken's going to make the catch. He waits. McCracken doesn't make the catch, and it goes over his head. Guillen and Vinny Castilla score on Johnson's triple. And the deal here is pretty simple. McCracken doesn't make the catch. Castilla had a better look at it. Either way it goes, the Nationals win 7-3. Well, despite the nearly $160 million difference in payrolls, it's the Washington Nationals having a season that the Yankees want to have, at least in the early going. The Nationals have raced out to an 8-4 start and are in first place, while the Yankees are tied for last in the AL East, despite the fact that the left side of their infield is almost making as much as the Nationals combined.
Kevin Brown making his first start against the Orioles, and it was so rough when he gets touched up early on. Melvin Moore, his second home run of the year, gets the O's out in front early. 1-love. Later in the first, man on second for Sammy Sosa. Sammy doesn't get a lot as the bat breaks, but it sneaks in between A-Rod and Jeter. Miguel Tejada comes in, taps the dish, and the O's are up 2-0 in the first. Then in the second, with the bases loaded, Miguel Tejada, a monster series, 8 RBIs, 6 of 12 from the plate. Half of those 8 RBIs come on this grand slam, the 8th of his career. The Orioles get out in front 6-0, hold on to win by a score of 8-4. Didn't take long for this. George Steinbrenner not at the game, but did issue a statement, and I quote, "Enough is enough. I am bitterly disappointed, as I'm sure all Yankee fans are, by the lack of performance by our team. It's unbelievable to me that the highest paid team in baseball would start the season in such a deep funk." Continuing, "They are not playing like the true Yankees. They have the talent to win, and they are not winning. I expect Joe Torre, his complete coaching staff, and the team to turn this around," end quote.
Mr. Cashman, telephone, it's for you. All right, now you got the Red Sox in the Devil Rays. Tim Wakefield has won his last 9 decision versus the D-Rays coming in. Top 1, no score. Second and third, Josh Phelps, gone. Wakefield out of the jam. That was a nasty knuckleball. How nasty? The bottom dropped out. It rolled off the table. Now third inning, Red Sox down 1-0 until Edgar Renteria hammers one off Scott Kazmir. Second home run this year. That ties up the ball game at 1 apiece. Same score, 4 batters later, second and third. Jay Payton with the single down the right field line. David Ortiz in, Kevin Millar behind him. The Red Sox go on to win it by a final count of 3-1 and sweep the 3-game affair.
Again, sweep of the Indians at the Jake. CC Sabathia trots out for his first start for the Tribe. Crooked cap and stuff to match. Twins up 1-0. Torrey Hunter cannot catch up to this one in the trade. They call it filthy. Wicked downer there. 1-1, top 6, same 2 men, different result. Because this time it's the gas face. It's the same result. It's just a different pitch. Sabathia's got plenty of stuff. 7 Ks, 5 2/3. Bottom 8, same score, 1-1. Man on first. Jose Hernandez, a pinch hitter to Michael Kadire. We're out of the inning, except Luis Rivas can't quite handle it. Ronnie Belliard trots over to third. Don't want to give up extra outs in this situation. J.C. Romero not happy. Travis Hafner. Oh, I forgot to wear his elbow pad. He said it definitely hurt, but it did help the team. Lead run comes in, taps the dish. And Minnesota does not get squeezed last year. Brett Myers looking to improve to 2-0 this season. They lock up in a great game. It's scoreless in the top of the 8th, and Hampton, one of the best hitting pitchers in the bigs, trying to get somebody home. Perfect relay. Bobby Abreu to Placido Polanco, who gets Johnny Estrada by about a mile. Johnny's a catcher. He's not fleet of foot. We're scoreless. Go to extras. Top of the 10th, the Braves get a run. Now first and second for Kenny Lofton facing Danny Cole. Cole, whee! He throws it away. Tomas Perez comes in to tie the game at 1. Kolb off to a rough start this season. ERA north of 10 and 1 cooler down. We've got a cooler down. Bases loaded now. Polanco facing Evan Grabowski. And cue up the Etta James. Oh, happy day. The Phillies with 2 in the bottom of the inning. Time now for the beginning of Boomer's Top 10.
Chicago and Pittsburgh getting after it on Sunday. Bottom 3, Greg Maddux dealing to Rob Makoviak. 2 on. Maddux in some trouble after giving up a couple of runs, and he strikes out Makoviak looking. So Maddux settling down. Now top of the 7th, Todd Hollingsworth facing Mark Redmond. Hardliner to right. Matt Lawton slides and comes with a beauty of a catch. Well done by one. Now to the top of the 8th. Derek Lee at the plate against Solomon Torres. Lee slapping the 2 RBI single. That's going to break the 2 all time. The Cubs go on to win at 4-2. Lee's 3rd game of at least 3 RBI on the season. 4-2, the final score. Maddux.
There's the Trouble Funk Express and there's the Sports Center Express. This one will get you caught up on 3 games quickly. Young Kim hangs one to Michael Tucker, who is blazing this week up at altitude. This is a grand slam. Giants were down love 5. They come all the way back. That's Tucker's 2nd grand slam this season against the Rocks. The Giants win it 8-6. Mariners, White Sox, top 5. Bases drunk full of Mariners, and Adrian Beltre with a single here brings home a couple of them, including the speedy Ichiro. Beltre 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. Mariners had lost 8 in a row to the Sox. Wild one by the Bay. Couple of men on. Those are Angels. A's up by 1, trying to hold on to it. Darren Arstad, was it a line drive? No, it was kind of a flare. Juan Rivera gets caught off of second base. That's it, and that's all. A's win by 1. Chris Berman and the Baseball Tonight guys with some stories from this year.
Second full week of Major League Baseball done, and you know, some things haven't changed, whether it's the 21st century, 20th century, 19th century. Pitching and defense will always win you games in the cold of April or in the dog days of August. And they certainly will start that way. Here's proof on our top 10 plays of the week. You talk about defense, how about a little bit of Tiger defense? Craig Monroe against the Twins looking like Earl the Pearl Monroe. What? Makes the grab. And in Philadelphia, Chase Utley saves the game at second base against the Braves. And then even in the stands, who's this at the other end of a Hail Mary to the Red Sox-Yankees game? It's none other than Doug Flutie. Still's got the hand. See, he can catch him too. How about pitching? Complete game number 2. Dontrell Willis. A.J. Burnett now has 2 complete games for the Florida Marlins, who specialize in it. But what about an hour 39? Talk about pitching quickly. It's Mark Buehrle for the Chicago White Sox. Hour 39, had 12 strikeouts. He and Ryan Franklin combined on a game that took under an hour and 40 minutes. It's amazing. It's great. Your defense stays ready when you pitch like that. Way to go, Mark Burley Gates. And Texas pitcher Adrian Alvarez, a no-hitter against Oklahoma. Congratulations to that young man. Talk about using your head. MLS action, Brian Dunseth for Salt Lake. Bang! And they win it 1-0. Iwo Jima-like. 101-year-old Doris Eaton Travis was a former dancer in the Ziegfeld Follies from 1918 to 1920. Look at her. She's going to participate in a benefit show Monday, Tuesday on Broadway for AIDS. She looks great. Thank you, Doris. Tom Brady can't hit the broadside of a barn on Saturday Night Live. But on Sunday Live, like in Super Bowls, he always finds his man. That's why he raised the trophy, and he certainly finds the Schwab.
Pretty good hand, Schwab.
Thank you, Tom. I work hard at it.
Still got it.
That's right. Brady knows where his bread is buttered, and if you can hit the Schwab with a pass, you know that you'll be on the right side of some more predictions, as you were the last couple of years for the... And now here we go with our top 5 plays. We're going to go for some tennis because Roger Federer is so... He's the top in men's tennis, 25-match win streak, but 18-year-old Richard Gasquet of France blows Federer's Gasquet, if you will. Watch, bang, with a backhand and beats him in the Monte Carlo in Monaco. Darren Clark's pants, as good as it gets. If you love plaid, this personable gent from across the pond, wife, recovered from cancer. He's a great guy to be around, had a chance to win at Hilton Head. He'll have days, but Peter Lohnert, when you sink a putt close to 60 feet, the Aussie knows it's his week, and he won it. Home openers abounded even in the second week of baseball. How about the Dodgers getting 4 in the ninth to beat their arch-rival Giants? The Dodgers 9-2 for Jim Tracy, the best record in baseball, and an amazing start to their home season earlier in the week. The Washington Senators' Frank Howard hit moonshots. The last manager there, the Senators' 1971 Ted Williams. You fast forward to Frank Robinson, the new manager of the Nationals, combined 1,100 home runs. The president on hand to throw out the first ball, and of course, he's still got the good arm. And then it was time for baseball in the nation's capital. And when Vinny Castilla hit this blast of Arizona, Washington swept Arizona this week, and their last home loss for a Washington baseball team at home, still 1971. Rivalry. How about defense for Derek Jeter with the fast Renteria with the bases loaded to help the Yankees beat Boston Wednesday night? And Thursday night, we were there when the Red Sox captain Jason Varitek took off on the big unit. And this is a dirty swing by Varitek. Back, way gone. But it was a week that folks never thought they would see. 86 years in the rings awarded, and the Yankees were so classy with the applause for Yaz and Johnny Pesky raising the flag, and Bill Russell, Bobby Orr, healthy Teddy Bruschi, and Richard Seymour from the Pats throwing out the first pitch. Orr and Russell at Fenway Park, and then, are you kidding? It actually did happen. The Red Sox, yes, they were the champs. And we do like this symmetry as we look forward to Monday, which is April 18th, which is the real day of Paul Revere's ride through the streets of Boston to warn that the Redcoats were coming, And so on this Patriots Day on April 18th, the pressure's on Curt Schilling. Why? He's pitching the Patriots Day game for the Red Sox against Toronto. His wife, Shonda Schilling, running in the Boston Marathon. If she finishes before he does, he's got a lot of splaining to do. And Dawn Timlin running, the Red Sox relief pitcher's wife as well. Congrats to all those in advance running on what will be a hot day in Boston on the real day. And if you're going by the Old North Church, remember, 1 lantern means by land, 2 means by sea. It was a great week.